Welcome back to The Basement, the friendliest place on YouTube. It is time for another episode of Sunday Longplay. We are finishing up Bloodstained Curse of the Moon today. This is the final level. It is a difficult level. In fact, it's so difficult, I opted to do post-commentary. I played the level a few times, did poorly, and in fact, I actually had my wife Kelsey doing guest commentary, and it got a little tense because I was raging at the game just a bit, and she was worried that her commentary or whatever was getting in the way, so I just decided, she decided to go do other things or go to bed or whatever. I decided to finish this up on my own. So here we are. This is the winning take. We do get to the last boss and vanquish it, although not on our first try, so it should be fun to watch a little bit of fail here. Now this level has a lot of this like pink plague stuff happening. It reminds me of like an overwhelming cloud of locusts, perhaps. There's these enemies which pop out of the ground and attack. They seem to be like the scissors characters from the Slaughter level, but stronger. So I mean, this is a difficult level. When you're playing veteran style and you've got knockback and I forget what other aspect is different about veteran versus casual, which is basically hard mode versus easy mode. But it was pretty tough, and I'm pleased that I was able to get through it blind for the channel. Although, like I said, this is post-commentary right now. This last level was exceedingly difficult, and I just decided I would like to play the level on my own without talking to you guys, and then put some commentary over it once I beat it. And it was actually not too bad. This is my first take with no commentary, and I don't beat the boss on my first try. But I do get to the boss for the first time. So the boss is blind, so that'll be fun to watch. Now, I'm pausing at this wall because I know the locust is about to take that wall out, and the door that the game wants you to take is in the bottom right there. But these locusts never run out. So I thought maybe if I go up and then come back down, they'd be gone, and they are, but they come back before you can take advantage. So instead, we're going to be Miriam, and we're going to fight this lovey, evil character that's trying to kill us with hearts somehow. So yeah, crazy difficult game. Not ridiculously difficult though. It's like fair challenge difficult. You know, I don't feel like I lost because the game was unfair. I feel at worst that I lost because I just was new to the game, and that's how old school games kind of worked, and that's where some of the pleasure derived. Is you would play and you would lose, and you would realize, okay, that thing that I did that caused me to lose, I shouldn't do that again. And then the next time you get to that spot in the game, you don't. Now I've got full weapon points here, 40 out of 40, so I'm not afraid to use the freeze to get through these bigger characters. I think that's the best use of weapon points that I can do, especially since I get them back there with the bat guy and the purple lanterns. So my strategy at this point is to use the old guy as freeze sub-weapon to take care of these bigger enemies, especially the flying ones that come later. They're just so difficult. They take so many hits and they follow you around, and you have to tank through and ignore them and try to get off the screen without addressing them, or you need to freeze them and beat them. I think those are the two best strategies that I've found. Fighting them normally without the freeze sub-weapon just seems to be a disaster. Now this screen is, you gotta kill that thing, which causes you to stop, but other than that, you want to keep rolling here because these stupid plague things are difficult. Now if you can get up here, you can skip a difficult portion of the last level. It's really helpful and get to this screen. What I've been doing is coming in on that door from the right on this screen here, and that's the hard way to do it. You have to go through this whole big stupid area to get to this point there. So I think here I'm getting my bearings. I'm thinking about what's coming next. I think it's an ascending. You have to ascend with jumps on platforms and try to not fall prey to the locusts here. And I was thinking about which character to use, which one was the most disposable in case he died, he or she, and which one had a jump that wasn't going to throw me off. Miriam, as great as she is, her big jump here sometimes hurt me, because the other three characters, as far as I can tell, have identical jumps, and I was just used to those more. Okay, here we're going to fill up our sub-weapon points a little and bring out the old guy, because he could freeze this big character here. Oh, this character gave me so much trouble. And in that ice block, I'm going, please stay frozen, please stay frozen, please stay frozen, please stay frozen. Phew! To get out of that screen. I believe this screen is the frogs. The eagles that drop the frog imp-like things from Castlevania 1 on your way to Frankenstein and Igor. Okay, pick up that sub-weapon, Peter. Come on, there you go. Okay, Miriam's got the daggers, that's good. Now we're gonna fly and just adios this level, because I had full weapon points, and this part is so challenging with those things hopping around, you just don't even want to deal with it. Alright, so now we're to this last staircase. This is a new looking staircase, and as I suspected, correctly so, this is the path to the final boss here. Now, you may have noticed a little orange lantern to the right on that last screen. I noticed it too, but I decided to leave it there. I thought maybe it was like coming from a more difficult direction. So I left it there and proceeded here. These platforms made me nervous because they seem to serve no purpose. So I thought, oh, we're coming on something here, and boom, I was right. It's the boss, coming out of the stained glass. Reminds me a lot, actually, of the Enchantress / Shield Knight, spoiler alert. Let me just tear into this with Miriam. I love it. Okay, we're out of sub-weapon here, so now it's whip time. Let's see if we can take this thing out. I went for broke here. I had all 4 characters, and I thought, you know what? I've got sub-weapon points. I'm using them. I'm causing as much damage as I can before this boss can damage me. And lo and behold, we get through the first phase. Is that going to be the only phase? Of course not. I know better. And I hope that you do too. So now we're treated to a little cutscene. I'm trying to move left and right here, and I can't, so I know that I'm not in control there. I don't have to fight anything or dodge anything. But now, with that cool shot of Miriam looking away at the moon, curse of the moon, in fact. Look at that. The boss takes over the moon there. And that's a clue. That's where you want to strike. I didn't know that at first. I sort of had to figure this out. So these little pink moon projectile things, yep, they'll do that. They'll get you. And you don't start over on phase 2. No. You start at the bottom of the staircase. And I thought to myself, I'm out of weapon points. This is gonna be hard. But I can get some weapon points back with this guy. I can grab some health. Okay, now we're up to 22 weapon points instead of 2. That's better than nothing. I also thought, since this character, this boss, seems to be above us, maybe I can use the melee attack that doesn't cost any weapon points with this character to attack up. So here I am trying to cause maximum damage before I get to phase 2. I don't want to monkey around with this. This definitely seems like the longer you exist in this phase, the more damage you take. Now see, it looks like there's 2 damage being taken by the boss there instead of just 1. So it's good to not be too far away from the boss when you're using that. I'll bet the boss was taking 3 with those last few hits. Alright, so on to phase 2 as well. We have no Miriam, but we do have more weapon points at this point than we did before. So now I'm thinking, okay, can I use the old man's freeze? Can I use Zangtsu's up whip? There's the cool shot of the tall bat guy staring at the moon. I do wish I had seen what the other characters do. I don't think we ever caught the sprite of the old man or the main character looking back. Okay, so here I am, the bat, trying to cause some damage to that moon, the head of this character, or above the head of this character, that moon itself. But you could take those things out. And they actually provide you with little jars of sub-weapon points, which is a clue, right? You need to use the sub-weapon to attack this thing. Now what's this gonna do, I'm wondering? Okay, there's those. Oh, there's those. Oh man, there's no way to dodge that, I'm thinking. And then here comes this thing. Yeah, I took a bit of damage there, but I'm learning the pattern of the boss. By the way, really cool shot where it goes around the tower, and then the boss sort of disappears and reappears. It reminds me of, oh, what's that game? Like Thunder Fist or something, where it's a Super Nintendo game, and you're on the tower, a round tower like this, and you're actually moving around it doing platforming. So cool. Okay, so if you stay way outside there, oh, and I noticed these eyeball things in the spears, you can attack those. Now what I failed to notice is that when you attack those eyeballs, it actually creates little platforms. Now we're on the last little chunk of health here for this guy, and we've used up all our sub-weapon points. So we're in dire straits right now, and I'm telling you from experience, there's a lot more damage to cause to this boss that we haven't done yet. And all this damage we're taking is just hurting our third attempt. What I should have done here was like jump off the edge with a different character. Attack the eyeball. Attack the eyeball. Okay. I forgot to attack the eyeball. Okay, jump! At least I did it with a character with more health so I could continue to survive here. So I'm looking for anything now. Why are the moons yellow instead of pink? What is the phase of the moon in the headgear of the boss mean? It probably like predicts what these moons are gonna do, but I was just freaking out and didn't have time to put it all together. Okay, now it's a full moon. What does that mean? Oh, it means this speary attack from the clouds here. Okay, attack the eyeball, attack the other eyeball. And then, yeah, I figured it out here. Okay, these are platforms. Oh, and look, I can attack part of the spear to get a bunch of weapon points. I actually didn't notice that while I was playing. I'm just noticing that now while I'm watching. This was so intimidating. I'm going, oh, okay. Attack these things, don't get hurt by them. Okay, you can hit all 4 at once. You can get some weapon points. Okay, that's good. Okay, that will help me in my next attempt, I'm thinking. So now here, let's duck in the middle instead of on the side and see if we can get out of the middle. There, like that. And now we jump on these platforms. Okay, so that blue... Look, I froze her. Oh, but him or her. But you can't attack without a longer range weapon. But see, this weapon... That bat weapon will do. And I dodged that blue beam, that big wide plasma beam, without taking any damage. So I'm thinking, okay, it's possible to do like a no damage run of this boss. You just sort of have to figure it out. But you have to be perfect with these moon projectiles. Like every time. Which is a tall order. So, okay. Figuring some stuff out. Pattern recognition. I've lost Miriam, but I've got the other 3 characters right now. I know how to kill the eyeballs. I know to stand on these platforms and use the bat weapon to cause a little damage. Now, I'm not too hopeful that I'm going to outlast this boss at this point, but I don't know how close it is. There's no boss health gauge. So maybe... Okay, here come a bunch of moons. Yeah, that's bad. Kill these things. Come on. Oh, okay, took some damage there. We got 16 sub-weapon points. Not sure why. Oh, we're the old man right now because I want the bat, the tall guy with the bat weapon to be here. Right. So just in case I took a little damage, I wanted it to be the old guy and not this guy. Now, I could have stood there and delivered some more damage before I jumped over the blue beam. And I'm figuring that out, but I'm telling you, this boss, man. I don't know the name of this boss. It'll probably be part of the title of this video, unless finale is the main theme of the title of this video. That'd be interesting. I should look at the name of this boss. I'm sure you know if you're watching this video. Or you can look at the title of the video and figure it out, like I said. Just as I'm recording this commentary, I don't know. Okay, get him with bats, get him with bats, more bats, more bats. Oh, you stopped. Yeah, I was focusing on the jump. I didn't want to take any damage because I'm down to 1 health with the main character. Oh! What's this? See? That was a new phase. That was a new thing, and I'm wondering right now, was that the end? Oh, see that orange? Okay, see it, and I noticed it. I'm like, you know what? I gotta check this out. It'll cost me some weapon points, but I'm willing to try. So I fly across here. Oh, there's health. That's good. What was that? More health? I don't remember. More health. More weapon points, and look at this. A special weapon for the old guy. Now, I recently learned about this. Oh, watch. I make a mistake here. Look, there's a platform there. I wonder how far it goes. Can you just straight up walk across that? I kind of hope so. It's interesting that it's there. This weapon of the old man, it helps a lot. And look, I'm getting more weapon points. I've got full health for the old man and the bat guy, the tall guy. 29 out of 40 sub-weapon points. So at this point I'm thinking, alright, I'm saving the old man's sub-weapon for the second form. I'm going to tank through this first form with a melee attack from the tall bat guy, and we'll see how it goes. And let me tell you, basement dwellers, it goes well. This is a fine strategy if you're down to these 2 characters. Just tank with this weapon. Notice how sometimes 2 of the 3 bats hit and sometimes 1 of the 3 bats hit. You just have to pick your angle smart so that you can get 2 or 3 wounds on this first form of the boss every time. Dodge the plague if you can. And don't worry too much about dodging everything though. You just want to cause as much damage as possible. Look, we're getting confident with this first form here. Just massive damage ASAP. There's so many bosses that are like that, where you try to avoid taking damage, and you spend so much time avoiding taking damage and occasionally failing that you run out of health before they run out of health. But if you just almost don't care about dodging and attack, you can get through the boss. And this first phase of this final boss of this game, Curse of the Moon, is a fine example of that. Alright, now, let's try out the old man's new weapon here. Oh, look at this thing. It homes in on the damage point of the boss and hits him several times. And what's that cost? 4 sub-weapon points? So now let's be the bat guy for this. See if we can get some sub-weapon points back. We just went from 25 to 27. Good. Okay, we're down low on health though. Let's fire this weapon again. Oh look, we fired it twice. We're causing a good amount of damage here. Now attack the eyeball, stand on the platform. I was thinking maybe become the bat here again, but yeah, there we go. Attack. Good. Again. Now I think we're gonna run out of sub point. Oh look! We're at this point. What's gonna happen here? I'm wondering, yeah, it should be the character with more health. Get out of the way. That's it! Oh, I see. I thought maybe that was like the I'm dying attack. I don't know what that means, if that means it's a third phase or if we're close. The old guy, the bat guy is down to 3 health here, so I need to do pretty well. I'm getting some sub-weapon points. Now I'm down to 2. Now I'm down to 1. Okay, become the old guy, fire the thing. I think I got 2 more. Okay, fire another one. Attack the eyeball. Jump on the platform. Attack the next eyeball. Jump on the platform. Become the bat guy. Attack with bats. Good, good, good. Get him. And that's that. Look at the wolf head on the belt of that boss crying out. Oh, so cool. So now we're treated a little cutscene here. All 4 characters are there kneeling on the left, and the boss turns into this orb of evil. Look at that thing! And Zangsu stops it from attacking his allies. Zangsu was astonished by his own actions. For what reason did he do this? He existed to slay demons and take revenge, but long-lost emotions had been rekindled. However, the time for that had passed. At his consciousness drowned, blah blah blah. Basically, he saves his allies and sacrifices himself. Look at that. The blood moon rises once again. That curse of the moon over that dark evil castle, these 3 allies. And so, in order to stop the new Dark Emperor, Zangsu's allies plunged into battle again. They may have to end their ally's life, but can they still save his soul? So apparently there's more to this game. You're gonna have to let me know in the comments below if you want more of this game. Not a ton of views and likes on this series, to be continued. But if a bunch of you, quote, smash that like button in the face, or leave comments saying we'd like to see more of this series, maybe Ted and I will play the next mode for October as like a Halloween special. There's a new mode of the game unlocked. Oh, remember the train boss? So here we're treated to the credits, little credit sequence. Kind of reminds me of Mario 3 with like the different screens that aren't the size of the entire screen sliding on and be like, oh yeah, remember this part of the game? Oh yeah, remember that part of the game? But gosh, what a great game. What a great retro game that's just polished. The controls are tight, the challenge is fair. The different characters, like, I was really forced to use the different characters, which I like. I appreciate when a game tries to make depth in the game, but if I can avoid it, I usually do. I just want to stick to the character I'm comfortable with. And this game sort of, I want to stick to the character I'm comfortable with, I said. And this game forces you to become comfortable with all the characters, because when your first choice dies, you have to play the level as the remaining 3 characters and see how far you can get. Remember that scissors guy? Oh man, is he creepy. I am glad he does not exist in for real life. Quality control. Thank you, quality control. You did a good job with this game. Earlier in the series, I thought I had soft-locked myself because I didn't have access to a certain character, but some sharp commenters pointed out that I had mistaken a diagonal rope as not an option for ascending like a staircase. Look, there's that boss again. Oh man. I gotta look up that boss's name. It was so creepy and so good. Inti Creates. You do an awesome job making retro-style games in modern era. 2018 and other recent years tip their hat to you. Thank you so much for making the game. You're welcome for playing. Nightmare mode has been unlocked. So if you guys are interested in that, let us know. Maybe we could find a way to squeak that onto the channel in October. And that is it for Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Until next time, Basement Dwellers, I think that you are more refreshingly, awesomely retro than this game, if you can believe it. In the basement.